Alright, so now we will start our second session about contractions. So last week when we took is and are, we learned how to make the contraction, right? When we learned how to put not after is and are. Okay? We said that a contraction is a word or two words when you write two words and in a short form. Okay? Today we will learn how to write the contractions of was and were when we want to put the word not with was and were. Okay? So here, what did we say about contraction? We said a contraction is a short form of two words. What do we use to join those two words? We use an apostrophe, right? It says use an apostrophe in place of O in contractions with not. Okay? Like last time when we took is and not, we wrote the word is, and then we wrote N, and then we put apostrophe, and then we put the T. Today we will do the same thing to add not with was. Okay, so was plus not. What do? We write was first, W-A-S, and then we write the N next to the from not, and we take away the O, and we put the T. Okay, so was not becomes wasn't. My mask wasn't on the mat. Okay, so wasn't means was not. Okay, what about were not? We write were plus not equals were, N, take away the O, put apostrophe, and then we add the T. Becomes weren't. Were plus not becomes weren't. Our mask weren't on the desk. Okay? Again, when do we use wasn't? When the subject is about one thing. My mask wasn't, because the sentence is only about one mask. Okay, when do we use weren't? When the subject is about more than one thing. Our mask. This is plural. Our mask weren't on the desk. All right? So what we're going to do now, we will read the sentences on page 133 and the contractions underlined. You will find which two words form this contraction. Okay, let's do number one again. Okay, but first get your textbook, stop the video and get your textbook so we can answer together. Number one, my bug wasn't put together yet. My bug wasn't put together yet. Okay, what wasn't is the contraction for was not or were not? Was not. Okay, so the wasn't is the contraction for was not. Okay, so wasn't is the contraction for was not. All right? I don't know. Okay. Number two, the legs weren't on my bug. Okay, weren't is the contraction of was not or were not, were not. Right? I think it's pretty clear. The words are the same. The only thing that is different is here we have an apostrophe instead of the O in not. Correct? All right. Number three, the eyes weren't added yet. The eyes weren't added yet. So what the contraction of weren't again is were not. We will circle or not. All right. Okay, number four, its head wasn't cut out yet. Wasn't is the contraction of was not. As you see, it's the same thing, same spelling, except the contraction has an apostrophe and the two words here are separated and not has the O. Okay? Now, on page 134, we will use wasn't or weren't to complete each sentence. It says here, my mask wasn't on the desk. Here we complete it with wasn't because the sentence is about one thing. My mask, one mask only. Okay, number 6. Your mask wasn't or weren't in the tub. Your mask is only one. So your mask wasn't in the tub. Number 7. The mask wasn't or weren't on the bench. Let's go and look at the word, the mask. It has an S. That shows that it's plural, more than one. So we will use weren't. The mask weren't on the bench. Number 8, they. They is a pronoun used to tell about more than one thing. So that means they here is more than one. They weren't by the bed. Okay? Next, it says write an end mark for each sentence. What is an end mark? Is a mark that you put at the end of a sentence. We have period, we have question mark, and we have exclamation. Okay, number 9 says, where are the masks? Where are the masks? Okay, if you guys remember, the word where is a question word that you ask about a place. Where is the place of the mask? So we will put here a question mark. There they are. There they are. Then someone found it and said, there they are. What can you put here? Exclamation. Because they found it. So you show some excitement. Okay? And these are the answers for the contraction. Okay, I hope it was easy. I think it's very simple. Okay? If you have any questions, please contact me, okay?